box. In the world of teeny, thin, eco-friendly packaging, the DROID Turbo is like, forget you, I'm big, I'm brash, and I am loud. And that is really a good message for this device. So go ahead and pull off the sleeve here. If I can do it elegantly. I did not do it elegantly. There we go. Here's the box. We got the DROID Turbo embossed, some Verizon 4G LTE branding on there, XLTE actually. Take that out, and there is the DROID Turbo looking ready to rock. We'll talk a lot about the back and the device. Let's see what else we're going to have inside of this giant box. I'm expecting a lot of things, like maybe like a puppy could be in here. It's so big. We've got books, in case you're sitting on the toilet and want to learn about your new phone, get to know your phone in different languages, product safety, all that kind of stuff. We've got not just your average wall wart, this is the turbocharger, which we will talk about. And we've got a micro USB cable, which we're probably not going to talk much about. And that is it. So push all of this business off to the side. Let's take a look at the piece de resistance, the DROID Turbo. I'm going to go ahead and get my whooshy noise. Do it. Come here, whooshy noise. I'll peel you off. Wasn't as satisfying as it usually is, but it's still pretty good. Go ahead and power this sucker on. I'm sure we'll get a very loud DROID boot up. Take bets if it goes DROID. It looks like the Terminator eye, or maybe they toned that down a little bit. So we got this sucker all booted up here. What you're looking at is a 5.2 inch, and it's weird to say this, but now it's almost standard QHD display. So that means you're going to have 2560 this way by 1440 that way. And real fast, what's that PPI? If you said 565, your math teacher would be super duper proud of you. It is an AMOLED display, in case you're like, hey John, what technology are they using? Is it Pentile? It's powered by Android 4.4.4 at launch. Powering this guy is pretty much every next gen spec you can have. It's a 2.7 gigahertz Snapdragon 805 processor, which is a lot of horsepower. I'm guessing that this processor could probably run like Windows or OS X with pretty relative ease. Also has 3 gigs of RAM in here, which is more than my 2011 MacBook Pro had. Storage options are going to be available in 32 or 64. If you're saying, oh, that's all right, I can just add an external SD card to you, I say, kind of out of luck. You cannot add external storage on this guy. Camera, it has one, obviously. It is a 21 megapixel camera that can shoot video in this many Ks, which is a lot of Ks if you want to shoot video in that. It's got a 2 megapixel sensor living right there on the front, smack in the middle for taking you duck lip selfies. All the latest Wi-Fi tech is here as well, as you'd expect, 802.11 A, B, G, N, and AC, Bluetooth 4.0, NFC. Let's talk about the battery. So it is a beastly 3,900 milliamp hour battery. And if your question is, hey John, how long is that going to last? Motorola and Verizon say this thing's going to last you 48 hours, which is insane. But let's say you need to charge it. You can use this here turbocharger, and in 15 minutes into a wall, you can get up to 8 hours of battery life, which is absolutely ridiculous. Also, my favorite features you might not think is on this phone, this crazy back. It does have Qi wireless charging. This back is actually ballistic nylon. It kind of feels like pants, but it looks pretty awesome. I'm guessing it could save your life. If you just had a whole bunch of these and made a vest out of it, you'd probably be safe and probably be okay. But don't try that. Don't say John said I'm going to be okay. Just don't. It's a bad idea. It's also got a water-resistant nano coating, so you know if you're in a rainstorm or something, you'll be all right. And all the cool Moto stuff that we love with the Moto X is on here as well, including Moto Voice, Moto Assist, Moto Display, and Moto Action. So all kinds of cool stuff here on board. One of the best things, at least in my mind, with the Motorola phones is they pretty much let Android be Android with a few tweaks which I think are really nice. Let's take a quick look around the device. You've got capacitor buttons here. You've got back, home, and your multitasking button. On the left-hand side, usually we might find a volume rocker. You're not going to find said volume rocker. So if you go like this, you're just going to be counting a beat. On the right-hand side is where the action is going to take place. There's your power and lock button, and there is that volume button. Up or down, sort of one big button, so you have to figure out whether you're on the top or the bottom. At the back, there is that sort of military-grade nylon, which they're calling ballistic nylon. Don't have big Verizon logo anywhere on the back. You just have a really nice and pronounced DROID logo, which, as I learned from the back of this box, and they're telling me, is a trademark of Lucasfilm. So a little bit of Disney magic, I guess, went into this phone. Go take a look at the stuff that's here. Any sort of extra stuff you see, a lot of it is Verizon stuff. You can see the Verizon exclusives here, including the pretty awesome NFL Mobile, so you can watch games wherever you are. We'll go into settings, go down to the bottom. We'll go to About Phone. You'll see that it's got 4.4.4, but we should see Lollipop on here relatively soon, being a Motorola device. Hopefully we'll get it sooner rather than later. Go ahead and go back there again. This is running on Verizon's 4G LTE network. Pretty beastly phone, available in red and a couple other colors on the back, depending on what storage size you get. Looks to be a really nice device. We'll put it through its full round of paces. I'll let you know what we think. There's a lot of great phones out there, and Verizon's getting a pretty awesome phone lineup. So this is one of many killer devices in their portfolio. Anything in particular you guys want to see about the phone, let us know, and we will cover it for you. Until next time, I am John Ranger from Techno Buffalo, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more videos from people who just love technology, hit the big subscribe button right here. We put up videos almost every single day. If you want to see us play video games, albeit sometimes a bit poorly, check us out at our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/technobuffalo. Link's also right down below.